cyberattacks are evolving rapidly, becoming more sophisticated and harder to detect. This week saw a surge in incidents that exploited newly discovered vulnerabilities, with some attacks occurring just hours after the flaws were announced. On November 3, 2025, reports emerged detailing various cyber threats, including a significant breach linked to North Korean hackers targeting the Web3 sector. This week, attackers employed tactics ranging from social engineering to advanced ransomware, affecting organizations across multiple sectors. In this explainer, we'll delve into the key events from this week's cybersecurity landscape, highlighting the most pressing threats and vulnerabilities that emerged. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. Key cyber attacks and vulnerabilities, a timeline of events. On November 3, 2025, a significant cyber attack attributed to the North Korean affiliated group Blue Noroff was reported, targeting the Web3 sector through two new campaigns known as Ghost Call and Ghost Hire. These operations utilized social engineering tactics on platforms like Telegram and LinkedIn, aiming to compromise the systems of executives and developers in the blockchain space. This evolution in their strategy reflects a shift from direct cryptocurrency theft to broader data acquisition efforts, enhancing their operational stealth. In the same week, a critical vulnerability, CV 2025-61932, in the Motex Lanscope Endpoint Manager was exploited by a suspected Chinese cyber espionage group TEE.fail. This flaw, rated with a CVSS score of 9.3, allowed attackers to deploy a backdoor known as Gokdoor, emphasizing the ongoing threat posed by state-sponsored actors targeting sectors aligned with their intelligence objectives. Meanwhile, a low-cost physical attack, dubbed TEE.fail, was uncovered, exposing vulnerabilities in Intel and AMD's trusted execution environments. This side-channel attack enabled the extraction of cryptographic keys and undermined secure attestation mechanisms, showcasing the potential risks associated with physical access to devices. The landscape of cyber threats also saw the emergence of the Herodotus malware, a new Android banking Trojan characterized by its ability to mimic human behavior, making it harder for traditional detection systems to identify it. This malware represents a growing trend where attackers leverage advanced techniques to evade security measures. Additionally, the Chilean ransomware group was noted for its innovative use of the Windows subsystem for Linux to execute Linux encryptors on Windows systems, allowing them to bypass detection and expand their attack surface. This adaptability highlights the need for organizations to rethink their cybersecurity strategies in light of evolving tactics employed by ransomware actors. In the realm of phishing, a Brazilian threat group was reported using bank transfer receipt lures to distribute the Lampion Stealer, demonstrating the continued effectiveness of social engineering tactics in compromising sensitive information. As cybercriminals leverage increasingly sophisticated methods, the urgency for organizations to adopt comprehensive cybersecurity measures has never been more critical. The rapid exploitation of vulnerabilities and the emergence of new attack vectors underscore the necessity for continuous vigilance and proactive defenses in the ever-changing cybersecurity landscape. As cyber incidents escalate, the consequences ripple across various sectors, impacting individuals, businesses, and governments alike. With the rise of sophisticated cyber attacks, organizations are increasingly finding themselves vulnerable to breaches that can lead to significant financial losses, reputational damage, and legal ramifications. Small and medium-sized businesses, often lacking robust cybersecurity measures, are particularly susceptible. Recent reports indicate that they account for over 70% of data breaches, making them prime targets for cybercriminals seeking easier access and quicker payouts. This vulnerability is exacerbated by the fact that many SMBs do not have the resources to implement comprehensive security protocols, leaving them exposed to threats like ransomware and data theft. Moreover, the consequences of these attacks extend to individuals, whose personal information is often compromised. Phishing schemes, such as those targeting finance executives via LinkedIn, highlight the personal risk involved. When credentials are stolen, it not only affects the individual but can also jeopardize their employer's security, leading to larger systemic vulnerabilities within organizations. On a governmental level, critical infrastructure has also come under threat. Recent incidents involving hacktivists targeting industrial control systems in Canada illustrate the potential for disruption to essential services. Such attacks can have dire consequences, affecting public safety and trust in governmental capabilities to protect citizens. Additionally, the geopolitical landscape is increasingly intertwined with cybersecurity threats. State-sponsored actors, such as North Korean hackers targeting the Web3 sector, are not only after financial gain but are also leveraging cyberattacks as tools of political influence and disruption. This blurs the lines between cybercrime and geopolitical warfare, complicating responses and international relations. As the landscape of cyber threats evolves, the need for a proactive approach becomes paramount. Organizations must not only focus on immediate threat detection but also invest in long-term strategies to bolster their defenses. This includes adopting zero-trust frameworks and enhancing employee training to recognize and respond to phishing attempts and other social engineering tactics. Ultimately, the consequences of recent cyber incidents serve as a stark reminder that cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. The interconnected nature of our digital world means that a breach in one area can have cascading effects across multiple sectors, underscoring the importance of collaboration and vigilance in safeguarding our collective digital future. In light of the evolving cyber threat landscape, experts emphasize the urgent need for organizations to adopt proactive cybersecurity measures. The recent surge in sophisticated attacks, such as the exploitation of the Motex Lanscope flaw and the emergence of AI-driven threats, highlights vulnerabilities that traditional security frameworks can no longer adequately address. A shift towards a zero-trust architecture is being recommended, where trust is never assumed and verification is required at every stage of access. Furthermore, the integration of artificial intelligence into cybersecurity strategies is becoming essential. AI can enhance threat detection and response capabilities by analyzing vast amounts of data in real time, identifying patterns, and predicting potential breaches before they occur. However, this also means that organizations must be vigilant against AI-powered attacks that exploit these same technologies. As the cyber landscape grows increasingly complex, businesses are urged to prioritize continuous training and awareness programs for their employees. Human error remains a significant factor in many breaches, and fostering a culture of cybersecurity mindfulness can mitigate risks. Regular simulations of phishing attacks and other social engineering tactics can help employees recognize and respond to potential threats effectively. In addition, organizations must stay ahead of emerging vulnerabilities by implementing robust patch management processes. With hackers demonstrating the ability to exploit newly disclosed vulnerabilities within hours, timely updates and fixes are critical to safeguarding systems. Tools that automate vulnerability assessments and prioritize patching based on risk can significantly enhance an organization's defense posture. Finally, collaboration across sectors is vital. Sharing threat intelligence and best practices can create a collective defense against cyber adversaries. Initiatives that foster partnerships between private companies, government agencies, and international entities can enhance situational awareness and improve response times to cyber incidents. By working together, organizations can build a resilient cybersecurity ecosystem capable of adapting to the fast-paced evolution of cyber threats. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.